All right, mic check, 1 2. Hello, welcome, Inspector Van Dieberger once again is out there, spacing it up. Okay. Yeah, exploration's cool and all, but I realize you don't really get much arcs from that. Okay. Going out into solo play. Yesterday, we patiently went back to work on collecting some bacterium on one planet that was giving me a hard time because I was doing it at night. Finished that up. Actually got to a second planet. Did that much quicker. Now I'm back in the Teak system, and we are doing some exploration here. So the next place I'm gonna go is 3-4, right? Because we mapped here. 4A, you have mapped, yes. So we're gonna go map here. I don't think there's anything I need to do. I think I'm ready to go. So let's launch. Okay, cool, we're out there. So, now we're gonna go into Super Cruise, and Super Cruise. Place. Is that 2-5? Is that right? Yeah, that's it. Okay. The goal is to finish doing a surface scanning the whole system, and then do some, or do exobiology if we find there's some. I think there's at least one orbital body that's got 2 signals on it, and then after which we will head back to Chamberlain's Rest and proceed from there. Okay, getting in close. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Alright, let's get around here.
Surface scan complete.
There we go. Okay. That one's done. All right. Going to 5A. Oh. Okay, this is 5A, 5B.
Surface scan complete.
Damn. Oh, okay, so it's 5C. have B. It's ready to get scanned. 6 probes.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Cool. All right, now we're going to 5C. Fatigue system.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Okay. 5C, 5CA. Now we have bacteria and fonticula. Alright.
Surface scan complete.
The fuck is fonticula? Alright, yeah. Satcher's Folly. This world has 2 of them. There's no clear Okay, we're going right into the area where we should be able to see. Looks like it's daylight, so should be able to see what we're looking for. There's 2 biological signals. So some artificial structures to check out. Fonticulos. It's all over the place. I wonder if it's super rare.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm guessing it's a trespass zone.
Low gravity warning. Handbrake is on.
Okay. First we're gonna investigate these structures here. Hey, Star Enterprise, what's up, man? How are you? And a little tired, but I'm back at it, you know. In fact, let's see. Yeah, just tired. Just tired. No contacts yet. Wonder what these structures are. How, whatchamacallit,
You've entered a trespass zone. Trespass zone cleared.
ooh, okay, hold on. Okay. Sentry skid wanted. Ooh, okay. Here we go.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Incoming message. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
I got promoted to Novus.
Target destroyed.
Okay.
Warning, you have entered a trespass zone. Cargo scoop deployed.
Legal salvage. Cool. Synthetic reagents. New material discovered.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Trespass zone cleared.
Smooth. Let's transfer this all to the ship. The driving looks fun. It can be kind of crazy, to be honest. You know, because a lot of the terrain on planets is super bumpy. And one thing that
Handbrake is on.
one thing that'll happen is that your SRV likes to spin around when it hits a bump. So sometimes you're just fighting to stay in the right right direction. You do have thrusters, and that keeps you off the ground for some time. And there's an alternative version of this SRV that's more combat focused.
You have entered a trespass zone.
This one is called the
You have entered a trespass
damn, I forgot what it was called. Let's see here. Ah, there it goes. Okay, cool. Okay, now drive around the moon back in the day, dude. Yeah.
Trespass zone
I
cleared.
don't know. Did they actually drive around? I thought they just walked. I'm not sure. I wonder if anybody actually did any driving on the moon. Oh, we found our first. Okay.
Cargo scoop retracted.
We found ourselves a plant. Let's look at it. Sampling. Fonticula. Let me see if this is, because there's a minimum distance between genetic samples that you can get. Sometimes you have to travel farther out. Yep, too close. Yeah, there was a moon buggy. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I wonder if they played around in it. You know, took it for like some was it off-road drifting, Tokyo drifting. All right, amethyst. I need one more sample for this plant. Then I can go and try to find bacterium. How many plants have I sampled? That is a good question. Hold on, let me see. Nice, got it. Okay. Two things. One, if I go to my codex and I go to discoveries, you will see Inner Orion Spur. This is the sector that I'm in. That's this one with the arrow. In this sector, I have 47 discoveries. I have, so the check marks in blue are the work that I've done. So biological and geological, I have confirmed 19 of the 672 that other people have discovered, right? So for example, and I have one first somewhere. So for example, there are 44 reported types of stars. I've only confirmed in all my exploring 9 since I started this account. Stars. Same with gas giants. There's only one other type of gas giant that I haven't found yet. Region discoveries. Different types of planets. So basically, one thing that you can do in discovery, if you're really into exploration and you want to like push the envelope for the whole community, because as a community we're also working together to explore this map, even though it's like an endless job, but I think putting a dent in it is kind of appealing, right? It's 400 billion systems. supposedly, that this computer will auto-generate once we are out there discovering it. But you can look at, let's say, an astronomical body. I can go, this one I haven't found any of the O-type stars. I can go here, and then I can see what system it was reported in, and then go find it. And that will update my codex. What's cool about this is I can then look on the map, see all the places that I visited, filter that out, and only see the places I haven't visited. And then when I see the places I haven't visited, I can actually work on exploring things for the first time that other people haven't touched yet. And you get more money for that, but also it helps kind of like put those planets on the map for other people to then in kind, they can utilize your discoveries to help them discover as well. So I like that it's tracking who was the first person to visit these stars. So it's like they were reported because they were able to get this information back home safely. So they reported on it, and then you can now visit where they went and confirm, right? Because it's like this one confirmed. When you confirm it, it shows what system you confirmed it on and what was the date and time. And it's not always where they found it. They found it in the general area of those systems, but you found it on your system and confirmed its existence, and now you can contribute. Yeah, it's win-win. I mean, it's a way to encourage people to play together, and by no means is all that perfect, right? But it's nice to have a system that we can work with, Look how many sectors there are. Crazy. The abyss. Who doesn't want to go out to the abyss? I know I do. Okay. Alright, before I continue, I'm gonna go and give my cat a little bit of extra food because I think he wants seconds. Second breakfast. I think he wants seconds. I fed him before I started this, but sometimes he's in a peckish mood. So I'll play some tunes and I will be right back. baby. Hello there. Hello, I'm back. I am back. Let me see something. Make sure that everything's coming through okay. Yep, there is good. Mic check is good. Here is good. I'm noticing that on restream.io, I am frozen. So let me refresh that page. Okay, cool. All right, great. All right, we're back. All right, let's see if we can find some bacterium on this planet. It's very glittery on this planet, I notice. Very glittery. The chances we find some. That soundtrack was from the Stellaris. That's the Stellaris game soundtrack. I have that soundtrack. I have the Elite Dangerous soundtrack. I have Dark Tide, I believe, that soundtrack, as well as the, I think, the Space Marine soundtrack. So I don't have too many. I just have that that small handful because of a string of purchases I made in the past, and more recently after getting my PC back up. And so yeah, it's nice. It's nice break music. There we go. This is bacterium right here. Nice. All right, one done. Red. Bacterium vesicula, red. My character's name is Raul Dorado Vega. Raul Dorado Vega. Stellaris. Destiny 2? Oh, man, I used to play a lot of Destiny 2. Yeah, that's a toughie, man. Wow, there's all sorts of bacterium all over the place. That's a toughie, man. You know, Destiny is wow. Oh shit. So what I want to tap. Destiny is one of those games that's it's like you can love it or hate it depending, you know. I played Destiny last in the light God, is it the not the light below, what is it, the Lightfall, and I was doing a lot of retro gaming to catch up, to do a lot of content that I'd missed, and I was having a lot of fun, and then it just fell away, you know. I think having to get to in order to get the most out of it, I needed to raid, and you know, there's just an energy that you have for raiding purposes that I found I was more conducive when I was a little younger and a little less obligated, you know, because there's a vibe that you have when you raid, right? Usually there's a raid leader, and that raid leader says we gotta get together and do this. 4 hours twice a week, let's say, or once a week, for progress. And a lot of the content leads towards that for story purposes, loot purposes, and there is a certain camaraderie and teamwork spirit that that comes with an ease, an emotional ease, I think, that is easier to generate when you're not obligated. When you're a little older and you're kind of squeezing, you're not finding a lot of time for yourself the way that you used to. Having somebody kind of like get upset that you didn't show up for raid is not an easy experience to tolerate. Whereas when you're younger, you're totally down to spend that time. You knock out a couple of chores and then you're just like, I'm raiding. But as you get older, or maybe in your college years, that's what you're doing on your free time. But yeah, there's a point where it's difficult. It's difficult to do that. I even just want to play a couple of just chill sessions of Lethal Company with my friends, and finding the time to do that is tough. Yeah, time consuming, and also socially, like they're just the obligation that they represent is not always friendly. It's how should I say, it's like what brings you together with others with that sense of focus is it's like it's like, man. So I used to raid in World of Warcraft, 40-man raids. That's 40 people committed, man, spending hours together. It's hard. I find it very difficult to make friends online in gaming. Where you will regularly return to those same people and play with them. Mainly because sense of humor and trust are things that are way easier to calibrate with another human being in person, and as well as genuine care and sympathy. Oh God, oops, what happened? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that'll happen. I mean, yes. And also, video games these days, they're very clingy, as my friend likes to put it. The games are very much into putting a lot of carrots on various sticks in order to get you to stick with their experience, as if you have nothing better to do. And they want to make sure that they're gobbling up every spare second of time that you have. Like, oh, you just got home from school and you want to spend like a nice hour playing. 5 hours later, it's time to go to bed. And that's like every game now. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, when you're younger, I don't know, man. I don't know why it has to be that way. I wish it wasn't that way, but it seems that way. It seems like making friends is just as easy as going up to somebody. Well, from what I remember, you could be like, hey, that's it. Say hey. Somebody says hey. Next thing you know, you're joking over lunch and hanging out after school together, or like on the weekends or something, playing basketball or whatever. This is that simple. Hey, what's up? Hey. But now I don't know. Now with the way that the internet is and all the social media stuff, I don't know if it's still that simple to make friends. Like, I was reading that in certain social circles, it mattered. There was a period of time where it mattered what kind of cosmetics you were wearing in Fortnite. And if you weren't wearing good cosmetics, then you were poor, and people would make fun of you in Fortnite and in school. Somehow your cosmetic game would be revealed, and if you didn't have one, you were not cool, and you needed to be ostracized. Fortnite cosmetics. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the kids are into these days. I just don't know. They were making fun of you because you didn't play Roblox. Yeah. Roblox was kind of like a phenomenon, right? I'm always hearing about Roblox. I may have played it once. Then it reminded me of Minecraft, but with like a story mode. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But then Minecraft came out with story mode. They're like, we can make a story. And they came out with story, and then I got confused. I mean, I think everybody who streams at some point dabbles with either Minecraft or Roblox or something. You still play it? Cool. You like it? I'm looking for that game that I will just play forever. Basically Steam for kids. I see. Tower Defense? Tower Defense. That's a game? You feel like you have to keep playing? Ooh. The game's got its hooks in you, huh? Is there some sort of a pass system, or the core loop is so good that you just, that's how you like to have a good time? Oh yeah, FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. Yeah. Limited time skin. That's how I used to feel. I was actually doing that in Fortnite for a while. What else? Where else was I doing that? I was I forget. There was some game that I was like, I'm gonna collect this. I forget, but I understand what you're talking about. It's definitely a tactic. And I almost feel like it was 30 hours. If you know what you're doing. Yeah. I mean, I guess if things get easier with experience, that's good.
Chassis integrity compromised.
I didn't know if you smash into rocks, you could blow up your own vehicle. That went right through the shields. Let's have more of those plants. Those plants are everywhere. It's not what I need now. Elusive bacterium. I love it when they gave one to you very simply. And then after that, you're like, where do I find more of this stuff? Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't hold it against you. I mean, Roblox is kind of popular. They must be doing something right. Bacterium. We found another one. Okay. I think devs across the board need to get paid more. But, you know, whether it's the industry or it's independent, raising money is the problem, man. Enough ramble. No, it's fine. It's fine. I could do to hear a little bit more about Roblox. You know, there are some topics which I don't give a shit about, but I'm always learning. Life is one big investigation of like what the hell is going on. But that being said, um, I would like to at some point in the future actually do a discourse on. When I say discourse, I mean create some deep dives on comparative looks of narrative design, how story is told in video games. Roblox has an interesting history. It's been a while. It's been around for a while. It's pretty popular. Alright, let's see that plant there. Okay. Roblox can't really be designed. You know, on the one hand, I think that is a, you know, it suggests depth, and depth is cool. But on the other hand, I like, you know, I like video games that know what they are and what community they're trying to serve, what itch they're trying to scratch, and thereby they're not trying to be something else. That they're not doesn't always work out that way. We actually have a lot of games now that are made by big developers to cover as much ground as possible in one title. You know. The different games. You mean all right, hold on a second. Sorry. My energy's dipping a little bit. I might need to get another coffee in me. I'm very close to getting this next scan though. And then we can finish up. There might be one more actual exobiology in this system. But once I'm done scanning this system and getting what I came for, I can go and sort of take a break from exploration and see what else is going on in the mission board back at home base. Once I outfit a weapon for space travel and exploration to go a little further in my jumps, my intended jumps, I'm gonna head to a federal station called Ito Orbital. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need some coffee. I'm gonna need some, man. Late night. It will be my second cup tonight. I mean, I drink sometimes 1 cup during the day, but that's like right after lunch usually. You know, and if I'm early enough, I'll drink. I'll you know, that'll be my time to drink it. But these days I'm usually sleeping during the first part of the day, so. Okay. What are the chances that the bacterium Alright. Based on the tip that we received yesterday, now when I'm looking for bacterium, I try to drive in the sunlight. Let's see. Anything? No. Nope. My guess is that if we're seeing the other plants here, then that should be fine to grow because they weren't competing for the same resources. Making a Discord server? Yeah, sure. I found though that you need a lot more people than you think you do to make the Discord server like really pop, you know, and be effective. Otherwise, it can fall into disrepair and then become a little bit of a burden, you know. So at one point I had like 14 or 15 people from my Twitch chat in the Discord contributing and talking up stuff. But oh my god. Mods and stuff. Yeah. I mean, but even, I just had a chat room with like, oh my god, I just had several chat rooms. I had a chat room for like memes. I had a chat room, you know, where we could share memes. I had a project room where if anybody was working on something creative, they could share it there. You know, I had rooms for LFG and stuff. You know, I didn't really need too much moderation. It was more though. I felt that over time I started to feel that the Discord required entertainment. You know, like I can put memes in there, or I can, you know, say, oh, I'm going live. But I feel like I would want members of my. I think I'd want people to come and enjoy the time there. To feel engaged with. You know, to feel like, oh, there's a reason why they're checking it every day. I wonder what new topic we're discussing now. And I feel it takes more than me to do it. You know, it takes it. So there, I feel like if a perfect storm sort of happens where there seems to be a bigger by the way, I may or may not know what the hell I'm talking about. A disclaimer. I sometimes suffer micro sleeps in the middle of gaming because I'm up all night. Yeah, something to do. Yeah, but I mean, really, it's more just people to do it with. This is why I think really what's important is that there's enough people that know each other that are hanging out and sort of you know, provoking each other in a positive sense, you know, reaching out to each other, organizing gameplay sessions, checking how each other's doing, something like that. Oh yeah, all this stuff is pretty mentally draining. Not as bad as some professions like teaching or something like that, or I can imagine there are a lot of places that are much tougher than anything I could talk about at present, but it is still work, you know. If you're doing it right, which I'm not. I struggle at. Alright, the road that I have been trying to hold on to has completely disappeared. Let me see if I can get the high ground. Alright. Okay, more of those stocks that we collected earlier. They are in mass. I like how you could see these planets in the sky kind of faded out. Hold on. Yeah. I had a weird kind of curiosity about whether or not a society could live on the accretion disk of a black hole, so that when you would look up, you would see a black hole in the sky. And I had this imagery in my head that I thought, you know, that might be something worth exploring. I know that we don't really have the science to know, but technically, you know, some people have described that it's possible for a very long time, in fact, because you're not exactly pulled in right away. You know, the way things work with black holes are fairly small. And then, like the first mission that I got pulled into when I was playing Remnant 2 was that there was a black hole. The realm that you were in was orbiting a black hole as part of a massive accretion disk, and I was really impressed by that. It's very cool. are the chances that I'd be setting up on a wild goose chase trying to find this thing? The very last. No, I'm gonna find it. Fuck that. Something, you know, we now know. It's just a matter of time. But look at this terrain. This terrain is so ugly. I landed really hard, and the game. I don't know if the game thought I was drunk or something. You know what? Whatever. I digress. Lost my damn train of thought. Again. Where did it go? I don't know. What is that? Are they growing out of the walls? Is it like big mushroom? Yeah. Yes, sir. That's exactly what the hell's going on. Oh my god. Come on. Turn the flashlight off. Nothing. Okay. Come on. What's my favorite game? Come on. My favorite game. Wow. Such a, you know, for such a kind of like straightforward and broad, you know, generic kind of, dare I say? Yeah, that's a question. What's your favorite X? Oh man. Hold on. Collecting my thoughts. Hold on. Collecting them big time. I'm gonna go that way. Collecting my damn thoughts. They're on the run. I'll tell you that much. My thoughts are some slippery little turds. Just squirreling away from me. Favorite game? I honestly, look, I have a lot of games that I like, and there are a lot of games in my backlog that I think I would like. I think there's not a game, but there's like a motif that I'm looking for that is found somewhere between various games that I play. It's kind of like I have the silhouette of a perfect game in my head, but I haven't actually found it or played it yet. And yeah, so I don't know if I have a favorite game for you, but I would be happy to discover one. For a while I thought it was Batman, the Arkham games. Then I thought maybe it was Black Desert Online. Let's see. I feel like I should. I feel like I will. I would be more. I might be more inclined to have a definite pick of favorite game if I had experience developing video games. I would like to get maybe not full blown game development, but I want to take a course or two that would, or maybe read a collection or curriculum of books, which is a lot of work, right? It's kind of like overthinking it, but I think seeing a little bit of how the sausage is made would maybe make me think of games that I liked but didn't know why and make them awesome. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I have Breakpoint, and God, Breakpoint is, yes, Breakpoint is the latest. Well, I think it's the latest one, right? Because before that was Wildlands. I have Breakpoint, and I was playing it a little bit with my friends, but then one of them figured out that you could just really massive with really big kicks. I'm sorry, no, that's not what he figured out. He found out that he could kind of like run and gun through the whole game without playing stealth. Early, this is the early build of it, the beginning, the launch, right? They didn't really have a good it didn't have a good, what was it? They have like a realistic mode now or something. They didn't have that back then. And the game was trying to be this super stealthy tactical shooter. But the problem is that if you decided that you just wanted to run and gun Call of Duty style it, you could. And and once you realized that you could do it that way, it meant that you didn't want to spend a lot of time at the bases trying to stealthily get into the bases, which means that the whole thing that Ghost Recon thematically was playing upon, which was like a little bit slower paced strategy, immersive, whatever, could now be just kind of surpassed by not giving a shit and just going in guns blazing. And I think that the older Ghost Recons back in the day, when it was a kind of like a counterpoint to, oh god, what was it? Because it was Ghost Recon, and then it was, I don't know if it was Rainbow Six or Call of Duty. Anyway, Ghost Recon felt like it was necessarily slower. The franchise was more tactical. What it represented in gaming was more of an adult, like a grown person's Call of Duty, something like that. You know, where you actually had to make very very clean, precise plays to take down the terrorists. Something that we got to experience in Rainbow Six for many years as a community. Rainbow Six is it moves pretty fast while under pressure, but it's not fuel reserves low. I think I have enough to synthesize. But yeah, man, I seem to be. I wonder if I'm in the right spot for
Drive assist on. Drive assist off.
new Ghost Recon. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I'm interested to at least take a look. I think Ghost Recon's tight. Wow, look at all of that. That's not what I'm looking for. A lot of plants all of a sudden. Ghost Recon. Yeah, if they I noticed that they tend to have this like really cool finished product if you give them a chance, you know, but just getting there, you know, just getting there can be. I'm assuming this is not a subscription model. This is like, although who was it? Oh god, was it Ubisoft? They're saying that, I think the president of Ubisoft is saying like not everybody's gonna finish their game, so we should like rent our games rather than, I don't know, mass produce them. I don't know, whatever. Hold on. Again, lost a train of thought. Wow. I feel like I could put a timer down and I'll be able to predict how long I can keep my own attention before I just check out. Be like, you know what? I've heard what this guy's had to say before and it's not that interesting. Bye. And then I'm just here with words spewing and their context completely, whatever, man. I like playing. I like being here playing, but I also, yeah, I need some sleep. I do. And also I need a different activity when I'm tired. Like every once in a while I want to do surface scanning and exploration and collect exobiology. Every once in a while. So I'll do it. But man, does it really capitalize on my exhaustion. Because it is not the most engaging activity. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is cool. Look at this. Look at this. What we're seeing in the sky. Those things are cool. To be fussing around in is kind of relaxing. But yeah, difficult to whoa. Anyway, yeah. It's this game, much like to a certain degree, mining is a reminder that RNG is king. You know, random rolls. Okay. Is this area just like bland? Is it just the game just does not like putting bacteria anywhere? It's got those other things. You're going to do a quick calculation. All right, quick calculation. 3 times 5 is 15. Search all the planets. All the planets in what? This game? $400 billion, yeah. 400 billion. And it can take to do surface scanning of a system with like 10 orbital bodies. I feel like it shouldn't take hours, but for some reason it feels like it takes a couple hours to do. You know, I mean, you can feel like, well, what am I doing? In between scans, like what if you know there's points of interest you want to stop for, you know? Basically, like, you can find yourself doing one activity in the game and then realize that the world didn't stop just because you had an idea. So whatever. I mean, you could extend. I'm sorry. Again, I need some sleep. But what I'm trying to say is, you're visiting the star, but you're trying to maximize profit. So you're and looking for things to buy to upgrade your ship. So you're doing a lot of different activities in between. in between, you know, executing the objective, which is to, I don't know. Yo, what bait is this? Look at this shit. You know, these patches here get so they confuse me so much because they could be what I'm looking for. Instead, I got these things triggering the scanner. Let's see. Elite dangerous. 400 billion. Alright. So far, the strategy is just go towards the daylight. That's my... You know, I realize... Let's see. Damn, just a rock? Why I got all these wheels and they can't climb the rock? Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, I feel like it's abusive. I feel like it's abusive to have the last scan in a trio missing like this. I think it's abusive. How are you gonna make the two approach you relatively easily? Like, here, take me. Yeah, that's how easy it is. It's so easy. This game is so easy. Then you're trying to find that third, and it's like, haha. Who has the last lap now? I keep thinking when I drive across plains like this that like a dune sandworm is gonna pop out. I can imagine that if they did have worms pulling out of the crust, you have a lot of people that would just be either hunting them or trying to get out from underneath them with you know, with time for a selfie. You know, you'd have to make it so that they were insta kill. You couldn't. There's not enough time to start a fight with them. But you could summon them. You could thump for them. My imagination, okay. Yeah. Thankfully, I don't have to do this for every planet. I do this only for... I do this for exobiology currently. 4 trillion times 4 hours. $16 trillion hours. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, the game is not meant to be finished, I think, in this generation or even the next. You know, and that to that degree. I don't even know if they have anything in store for that day. Like, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, ballpark, it's still a redonkulous number. You said it. We had the Wall of China. We have enough history to understand what, you know, the struggles with like integration with how self-awareness can. What am I talking about? What the fuck, man? I can't. Excuse my French. Again, I think I went somewhere complicated while I'm sleepy. Okay. What are we doing? We're scanning. Like my short, I think if you don't, I think if you're lacking sleep, I think your short-term memory might suffer. I gotta get over this ridge. Who created this? See how every time I hit an obstruction, my vehicle turns completely around. I appreciate you being patient. Sorry about the bit of mindlessness that I'm experiencing. We want to be on the top of that ridge. What the hell? Something happened with my. Sometimes I'll just be on. It'll look like there's no problem, and then my screen will black out, and then it's like my SRV will reset its position. Yeah, how many days is that? Nah, it's crazy that you only needed 3 samples of those stalks. Oh. Really? 22%? Oh. Repair hull.
Fuel replenished.
3.36 billion years. Wow. Wow, that's a lot of time. that's a lot of time to not actually be an astronaut and still be like trying to explore space, but inally dangerous. A lot of time. Time to beat. How to beat. How long to beat? 3.36 billion years. And that is reality accurate. I mean, via Google, of course, or whatever. Calculator app. Something old school. You don't feel you know, back there used to be a time where if you wanted to know something that was a little bit out of the ordinary, you would have to hold on. I wonder if the patches I'm looking for are some like occasionally like hidden right amongst the stocks. Is that all possible? Oh, don't fall down there. I'm pretty sure. I'm not actually sure. There may be. For some reason, I had in my brain bringing space toys home for the kids, and occasionally them not liking what you brought them, so you got to throw it. So you gotta go back. You gotta bring it. You gotta bring that space rock back from the planet where you came from, which requires a bit of a travel time. I don't know. It's thought as something needlessly complicated to deal with. You know, like it takes you weeks to get back home, and then you're like, "I brought you something, Timmy." And Timmy's like, "I wanted a gaming PC, please. Not your damn stupid space rocks."
Chassis integrity compromised.
Bro, the wrong. These stocks are freaking everywhere. Okay, I think we found it. I don't know if I can leave, bro. There we go. Yes, sir. Woo. 2,000 hours elite for my base. Why? Based upon the amount of people that play this game? No, it's probably more than that. Like you could figure out what the Earth's population is of, but specifically the demographic of like males. Um, I don't know, males 16 to 34 on average. Even though that doesn't make sense. Males 12 to 60. Everyone on Earth? Even like old blind people and like disabled kids and stuff, like everyone on Earth, even dogs. No, not dogs, but you know, the members of the family the members of the family that might as well be dogs because of how they're treated. Um, I don't know. That's a rough number to recruit. I don't know if I can recruit everybody to Elite Dangerous. It's tough. Just to get the map completed. We did it, man. Freaking did it. Okay. Let's call our ship back, and while that baby comes back, I'm gonna go get that coffee. I'll be right back. The Elite Dangerous movement would be a political, technological revolution. And FDevs would be like king of the, I don't even know what. They'd be like sultans of elite gamers. Your phone's on 8%? Oh shit. Okay. Alright, man. Well, if in case you just randomly just disappear, dude, it's been a pleasure. I hope to see you again. I have a cocoa mix from a cocoa brand called Girardelli or Girardelli or whatever. I've made myself a cafe mocha. Cafe mocha. Cafe mocha time. Cafe mocha. Cafe mocha time. Cafe mocha. Cafe mocha time. I have my exobiology done. I did it. I did it. I cannot be undone. It's done. I did it. Oh man. Okay. Let's forget. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. 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 You can stop me, game. You can. You can't stop me. I am Inspector Van Deep Burger. Van Deep Burger. Van Deep Burger. Van Deep. Okay, let me see something. Van Deep. Van Deep. Van Deep. Van Deep. Van Deep. Van Deep. 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 Van Deep. Van Deep. Van Deep. You have to know that one of the things you should be doing, in my opinion, as a kung fu master, is when you're about to kick somebody's ass, you scream out your own name. Okay? You know, like, it's like that dude on the corner that's bullying everybody. You know, you pass him by and he looks at you. He goes, "Hey, Jive Turkey, would it be?" And you know he's about to mess with you. I guess that's what he says. He says, "Hey, Jive Turkey, would it be?" And you be like, "Star Enterprise, motherfucker!" And you kick him in the face. That makes me happy. That whole exchange. Just want to let you know. That's the shit that I will tell my kids. Like, bro, you see this? It was amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. Before or since. Alright. I think the rest of the planets we're gonna scan are pretty chill. We just gotta go and scan them. I'm gonna send some probes. I have infinite probes. I don't even know how I have infinite probes. I got, like, I went to Costco and got all the probes. When you have a surface scanner on your ship, you have infinite probes. I guess they just they must be made out of poo, because that's the only thing. If you needed a resource for your ship to manufacture an endless amount of probes, it has to be coming from something that just keeps replenishing itself. So poo, really. I would think. Let's go to this planet here. Van Deep Burger. It's Burgher because a burger is like a medieval tradesman. So I'm Van Deep Burger. Yeah, I trade in deep thinking, deep thoughts, and deep secrets, deep knowledge, and deep relics of the deep. Deep adventures. I think that's a very loose link of the games that I play, because I'm either in space or there's some sci-fi fantasy component. That's like every game basically. I play every game, but the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter. Man, what a phenomenon! Ooh, I played Hogwarts Legacy. Man, they did a good job with that game. But I wouldn't want to be a wizard that uses a wand. I would want to be a mutant like Professor X that just touches my head, and then I can like know things. Maybe, I don't know, but that's how like style-wise, style points-wise, that's how I'd want to do it. I don't know if I'd want a wand, because I keep thinking, but Gandalf has a staff. Why do I get this little ass wand? You know, like I would have a complex. I would have a complex, admittedly. I'm ashamed to admit it, but not that ashamed. Gandalf has a freaking staff and a big ass beard. You don't even have to go far. No, but then Dumbledore, what was his deal? He had a little wand too. Come on. What kind of things do you want to summon? I would like to summon someone to do chores. But then that's like Dobby, and that'd be like, you'd have like an indentured servant. I guess I wouldn't want that. I would want to summon what the hell?
Hull integrity compromised. Scan detected. Scan detected. Warning, incoming hatch breaker debit. Data theft in progress. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
I wonder if she just goes away. Or if, you know, she continues to give me problems. I'm just gonna keep scanning though. Summon multiple, create my own Death Star army. Got a charger now. Oh, you would summon a Death Star? Man, that's destructive. That's destructive. A Death Star. You would hold a world ransom with your Death Star,
50%.
right? That's what you would do. And what would they give you? What would you get? Like, what would you ask for? extra RAM. I don't know what I would ask for if I had an army of Death Stars. I feel like, I mean, I guess, well, one, you'd get anything you wanted, so, well, anything that people can give you. You know? So, like Mark Zuckerberg, he's building like a bunker, like a end of the world bunker. You know? That's what he's doing. He's spending a lot of money to do it. So I would just wait for him to finish, and then I'd just be like, mine. You can't have it. Set. Probably would do something like that. He'd be like, damn it. Nah. Yeah, anything, yeah, like anything like that. Oh, 86, damn close. Oh well. The best, you know, there are PCs that are meant to be crazy strong. There's like an $11,000 GPU out there. You know, they're like around that price. There's some PCs that I don't even know what the hell they're supposed to be doing. I guess chaos math, you know, some crazy shit. So, like, there are some wild PCs. All right, we're doing 6A. The latest Intel CPU. You know, if you had, I realized that I might have like a bunch of Death Stars. I don't even have one spaceship. I guess I would have to get myself a spaceship. You know, like I can threaten people with my Death Stars, but I'm not even in space. So if I blow up Earth because they didn't give me what I want, I'm on Earth. I gotta get off. You know, so I need someone to do me a favor after I threaten the planet, making me a nice ship that's safe. That's not no funny business, no booby traps. NASA with 2,000 terabytes of RAM, 2,000, wow. You don't do the 99999 terabytes of RAM? You don't do that one? I feel like everything's got to be 9999 in order to be like the real, like almost infinite. You know. I will have a PC with 99999 hard drive space and 9999999 RAM and 99 power supply. Too big. Like, bro, nah, I can't do that one. What are you, crazy? I didn't realize that we were going over the threshold of sanity here. Man. There apparently are, there's apparently footage of aliens running around in a mall somewhere. I didn't see it. I just heard about it. Did you see this? They were like, they like got loose and were in the mall. I didn't see that one. Can you tell me what happened? Because I refuse to see it. It's like, I'm not seeing that. I have to see it at some point, but I refused at the time. I was like, this is absurd. How people are responding to this. I didn't see it. I just thought it was so silly. Like, where are they going? Trying to get a deal at Payless? Why would they be in the mall?
Surface scan complete.
Oh, you were saying yeah to another thing I said? Oh, okay, my bad. Six B. 6C. Is it a bit lazy? Yeah. Yeah. Man, latency is rude. What gives? 2024? Why is latency still a thing? I want immediate knowledge yesterday. Immediately in the past. Because today is too late. I want insider trading on all knowledge. Four probes. Oh man. What is humanity going to do if we find out that there are like other dimensions?
Surface scan.
I'm pretty sure we're going to borrow resources. Like, hello, other us. What if we have that loaf of bread that you have? We'll give it back. Certainly. Certainly. Let's see. Okay. Go here now. Food. Colonize? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think they'd make it. If we got to it first, tell our other selves, you know, like, okay. Well, there's us, so we don't need you around. That's crazy, man. I feel like what should happen is that if you knew that there was another you, you'd like, let's join forces. Now power is combined, we are Super Me. Maybe you merge into one super version of you, like a Dragon Ball Z character. And then you can do whatever you're generally good at, but like, and then immediately much better at it. Like, if you're good at making a grilled cheese sandwich, your grilled cheese sandwiches going forward have an extra je ne sais quoi, something. The boom boom pow pow.
Mission objective detected.
The boom boom pow pow, the official wait, hold on, what's our mission objective? I don't have a mission. Unidentified signal source. They're trying to get me to go someplace and do something. No, that's a wild ass goose chase. I already understand. The boom boom pow pow is probably like a Pentagon term. Oh yes, Mr. President. We are priming the boom boom pow pow now. We will debrief you on boom boom pow pow status in the mission control. Boom boom pow pow out. I want the status on boom boom pow pow. Status is green. Boom boom pow pow is a go. When the when the president needs to talk shit to like other countries, he brings in the translator. It's like, tell them we will not negotiate. with assholes. We now have an armed boom boom pow pow. You should know that we mean business. Then he looks at the translator, like exactly as I said it. Launch the boom boom pow pow. Scientists probably were leaned on pretty heavy to make sure that the standard explosion sound doesn't happen. Instead, you hear boom boom pow pow, boom boom pow pow, boom pow, boom pow, boom pow. That's what people hear through their windows. The devastation was so complete and utter. There was nothing left, one big crater and confetti. I don't know what comes out of a boom boom pow pow. I assume confetti would be involved, like a piñata, or you know. Oh my god. A blinding flash of light. I don't want to be. I'm wearing sunglasses. If the boom boom pow pow is unleashed, I'm wearing sunglasses. I don't want to be blinded. I refuse that. I think the boom boom pow pow should have the kind of effect where everybody needs to use the bathroom afterwards. You know? Like, you're still alive, so now you desperately need to relieve yourself. Number 2, of course. So you could boom boom pow pow the bathroom. One time I had food poisoning. There was a grilled chicken place that had really good grilled chicken. I ordered the burger at a primarily grilled chicken spot on an off Tuesday afternoon. Shouldn't have done that. I had to get off the train halfway home and go running for blocks to find a place. I found a laundromat. They didn't want to give me the key at first, and for good reason too. I was about to blow up, and then she had pity on me, and that's exactly what I did. Like, that's exactly what I did. You know, you're supposed to be immune to your own funk. I wasn't that day. I was like, my God. Afraid to God. But like in a pleading, apologetic sort of way. Like, I didn't even know it was possible. I could do this. Yep, basically. That's human boom boom pow pow. The human side of it. Ultimate. Yeah. Yeah, they could make a ride about it at Universal Studios. Imagine the Universal Studios experience of your life. I like to imagine something like that, and then look at myself seriously in the bathroom mirror. As I come to the realization about how underwhelming it all is. Let's see here. A 4D movie? That sounds hot. 4D. What does that even mean, though? What fourth dimension is it? Isn't the fourth dimension time? What's the fourth dimension? I went to a 4D SpongeBob experience as a grown man. My excuse was my girlfriend at the time was with me, so it was her. It was for her benefit. They sprayed water on us without my permission. They sprayed water on us, and they had blasts of AC trying to convince me that I was rushing through like a misty, I don't even know what it was. And they splashed us with buckets of water out of some jet from the side. The chair moved. It was incredibly inconvenient. Oh my god. So one SpongeBob was in the screen, but given that it was 4D, I thought they were gonna bring somebody with a SpongeBob outfit to really sell it to us. You know, oh man, it's almost like I could reach out and touch him, and he's just there.
Surface scan complete.
They used to scare you? How come? Jumps out the screen at you? Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Jump scares. I've recently become a father, right? And what I've found is that I have a weird kind of instinctive fear, a deep-seated fear of my son's like bowel movements while I'm changing him, because he delivers rather forceful farts that will catch you off guard, and sometimes there's just a little bit, I'm sorry I'm getting really deep about this, but I don't have too many people to talk to about, it's a little bit like there's like a little bit of like runny poo there because he's only drinking like breast milk, right? So if he has that explosive air pressure right behind a little bit of runny poo, that creates a kind of a splat, like a you know, like a forensic splatter, like a blast, like a wet blast. It creates a wet blast effect while I'm there, unarmored, changing him without proper shielding, and there is no real proper shielding for that, because, and you know, you tend to be talking to your during the process because you're trying to calm him down so that you can focus. So your mouth might be open at that point, and I'm afraid of this. I have a fear. Every time I start the process, I have to breathe. There's some sort of a phobia I'm dealing with. Like I feel like it's possible somewhere in my genetic memory, I was there the day that some random kid's asshole started the bubonic plague.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Yeah, they don't sell hazmat suits at like Target. Believe me, if I saw one there, I would have had one.
Surface scan complete.
You just don't let a good hazmat suit on sale go by. You never know. You never know. Hazmat suit. I you know, I guess as a consolation prize, I can do a Ghostbusters cosplay. I mean, they got slimed in those suits all the time. Yeah. That song was so funny. Bustin' makes me feel good. Bustin' makes me feel good. There was a video game called The Spirits Unleashed. It was a 4v1 kind of asymmetrical hunt the ghost type thing. It's actually pretty fun. Like, I don't think it captured the imagination of gamers everywhere, and I don't know if it went very far. I think some people are still playing it, but I had fun with it while I was leveling up. I thought it was pretty cool. Did a good job. Bustin', bustin'. There's like some weird remixes of that song on YouTube. Bustin', 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 bustin'. They just keep that. They just keep playing that part. That's the remix. It's not like a really inventive remix. They just really hammer down one part of the song. and then wait for you to be like Chuckles. That was funny. 4 probes. Okay. Scan.
Scanned by 50%.
That's right.
Surface scan complete.
Stroking? Is that by Clarence Carter? Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter. Ooh, shit, Clarence Carter. Stroke it, Clarence Carter, but don't stroke so fast. If must, no. Anyway, fucking. Oh man, my friend introduced me to freaking stroking when I was like 14. I couldn't keep food down whenever I heard that song. Doesn't matter what I'd be eating, that shit's coming out of my nose. From like the 80s, yeah. I could not. I was like a kid in my friend's kitchen after school, losing my mind. We all knew the words. We all knew the words. We missed an opportunity to sing that to all of our teachers. Yeah, I struck it to the east, I struck it to the west, struck it to the woman that I'm out the west. I was drunk. That guy, I don't know, he's some kind of a genius, right? That's like the Steve Jobs of soul music. You know, I've never seen anything like that before or since. Oh man. Man, flying in space. Your dad unironically listens to it? Unironically? No. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's catchy. It's catchy. I mean, I think it can hang with some of the stuff that I occasionally hear in like the top 40 tracks today. Because I'm surprised nobody has sampled that song yet. Like in some kind of a new, I don't know, pop song.
Surface scanned by 50%.
I feel like it's gotta get sampled. I don't know why it's not popular.
Surface scan complete.
Then again, I mean it's popular, but it's like a word of mouth thing, right? Where are we? We are at 7C. Okay, 7C. 70 up to 70s balls. 70s nuts. Okay, hold on. Okay. Here. The funk version. I don't know if I've listened to the funk version. I don't know, and I don't know that spelling. Is that spelling? Has an interesting designation.
Surface scanned by 50%.
It's not funk F-U-N-K, it's funk.
Complete.
I don't know what that means. Kids today confusing the shit out of me. 7D D, I am going to 7E. There isn't one yet? Auto tunes, man. Guess that might be a thing. Actually, you know what? I don't even know. Now with AI generation, technically anything can become a song. I'm pretty sure that's like we're making all kinds of images. Like, the shit you can do for AI is gonna be crazy because it's already, you know, it's already writing for people and creating images for people and stuff like that. You know. I wonder how many. Man. Funk's big right now. Oh, it's a style of music? What does it mean? Uh, 7E. How would you classify it? Search murder in my mind. I might do that. Hold up. Let's see something real quick. I can't play too much music because it comes up on the stream and then it like shuts down my VOD. Murder in my mind. Funk? Murder in my mind. I'm just gonna listen to it a few seconds. Oh, it's kind of like, it sounds like dubstep or something. It sounds a little bit like a club dubstep. Maybe a little trap in there. It sounds like a club beat. Is that an appropriate interpretation? The club. Oh, I haven't been to a club. My God, I don't think I'm allowed anymore. At 40? I don't think I'm allowed to go anymore. If I step into a club right now and bust a move, I'm likely to hurt my knee. Look, my knees are gonna lock up and swell up while I'm there.
Surface scan complete.
Surface scan complete, huh? Alright. Mapped. 7F and then 8. Alright. Whoever's on 8 is sort of living like a hermit. They way out there. Oh, yeah. It's actually a funk concert. Oh shit. It was held in Germany, I believe. I like the synthwave stuff, the retrowave synthwaves to some degree, that stuff. But I don't even know. I feel like that was like a 2015 thing. There were a couple of groups, Magic Sword and Lematos. They were doing some interesting things for pretty much everybody in the streaming space, and I dug their tunes. Now I don't even know who's doing what from that group. Furthermore, oh shit, let's crash into that. I feel like music is a great indicator of how fast things are moving, you know. Okay. completely bypassed. Synthwave from this experimental art. No, oh, wow. Too fast. Okay. There you go.
Surface scan complete.
Yeah. I guess a proper DJ. He's making his own beats and he's recording samples and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I would have liked to have, not for everyone though. Yeah, I mean that's music, but I feel like I wish I knew more DJs growing up. I had a friend who was into it and was buying some equipment and collecting records and stuff. He really loved it, man. He had crazy playlists from all types of music, and this was like towards his late teens. He was really getting into it. He started getting some gigs, but then I lost touch with him, and turns out he ended up working for a radio station. But I don't know, that guy. In my point of view, that dude was meant to host. He was really funny, and yeah, no. In terms of like DJing, oh yes, man, it's like having a superpower, being able to um hmm. Sorry, I got lost in my fugue. You know how coffee works? Because I just had a really great time with this cup. This cup of mocha was kicking ass. But apparently the way that coffee works is that it suppresses the sleep hormone, the sleep chemical or whatever. It suppresses it. While raising your heart rate to help uh, expedite, your processing of your calories. It affects your metabolism for a time. The thing is that coffee tends to have a crash within a few hours, sometimes less, depending on how much you need sleep. And then when the crash is imminent, you feel like all that stored up sleep signal is now coming at you. So usually you need more coffee or something like that, but I don't tend to go through too many cups, because if I have too many cups of coffee, I get like nervous. I don't handle it well. Hold on. Let's see. Let's get centered. Ten. 1. Let's see here. 2, 3. Yeah, that's with certain types of people who 4, 5.
Surface scanned by 50%.
6. get to the other side. Yeah, if you're kind of like sensitive to like drugs, then I feel I mean me, I think I'm sensitive to all of them. Like I can't even smoke right. I'm prone to paranoia despite my friend's best attempts to try to find something that I can just relax with. But in order for me to have a really good time, I need to be watching something really funny with like a lot of friends, so that I kind of regulate my responses according to their company, kind of like I feel more grounded when there are familiar people around that I know. Hold on a second. Let me just get away from this planet a little bit. Is the paranoia bad? Yeah. Um, yeah, yeah. It's problematic. So the first time I got high was at 27, and I got it
Surface scan.
watching Harold and Kumar go to Guantanamo Bay with about 5 or 6 of my close friends, and it was the first time and like the best time that I ever got high. At some point in the movie, Harold and Kumar are in the basement of a farmhouse trying to sleep, and they find the farmer's other daughter, not the hot one, that they didn't know about, who was also put down there because she's deformed. And at one point, one of them wakes up to a cyclops, and not only is the cyclops, well, a cyclops, this girl lets out a sound, like, something like that. She lets out a sound that this dude wakes up to, and he freaks out. So I didn't anticipate that was going to happen at that point in the movie. And at that particular point in the movie, I felt it, like it kicked in, and I started to laugh so hard that my ribs were restricting my lung capacity, and I thought I was gonna die. And in the process of that fear of the end of my life, I got goosebumps, and the goosebumps actually caused my arms to float upwards. It was the weirdest experience. It's like my hair pulled my arm up, because I was high, and that was the first time and the best time. And I had a really good time. And what I found out after I got sober, and I think we had edibles that day. So I don't think we smoked typically. I think we shared brownies or something like that. What I found out that day is that the interesting thing about getting high in a good way is that it will mimic the best in the best case scenario. It comes very close to resembling the experience of natural high that you had when you're about a teenager and, let's say, goofing off with your friends and laughing so hard that you can't control yourself. That experience is very difficult to get as an adult because everybody gets serious and everybody's bogged down with like responsibilities. And at that moment that I was having it, and then later on as I was reflecting on it, it's like, oh my God, there's a way to reclaim that. Even though life doesn't really open you up the same way you do when you're a teenager and you've got everything in front of you. Later on, I don't know, man, existential issues, lots of philosophy, there's a whole bunch of other things that kick in. So your ability to just freely laugh, that kind of becomes more and more rare. Like comedians all are joking about the same thing now, and I don't know, it's just hard. I don't know, the humor kind of like eludes you. You can't goof off the same way you used to. But to have that experience where you really let go, wow, man, that was powerful. But then in subsequent attempts to get high, it was never that strong. Like I got it the one time, and then I guess it wasn't even so much that my body was, used to it or anything like that. It was more just that since I already had the context of the first time, just anticipating it altered the experience. And the first time that I encountered paranoia, which was only like a few times later beyond that, was when it's funny, out of my whole group of friends that were all in their mid and late 20s, who ended up bringing the weed was this kid who had just turned 21 and was a customer at our store. We worked together at a GameStop, and then we moved to do IT together. And so we had a hold up, let me get out of here. We had we had like a nice little collection of buds that knew each other for a while. Anyway, but it was this kid who was a customer, and he was hip. He was a cool, hip kid who was the connect, and he knew people that smoked. And so we were like, okay, so he taught us because we had never done it. And then so the next time I got high, it's because he wanted to hang out and he wanted some company. He didn't have anybody else to get high with, and I was like, well, I'm doing this now. I guess I know how to do this. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll hang out. So, this young guy who's pretty chill, he picks me up, and then he lets me have I don't remember if I smoked or not. I don't remember what it was, but I guess it was smoking. I think we went to his father's deli, got high, and then went for a ride, and presumably we're gonna get something to eat. At some point, I start to trip. I guess what he gave me was decent. I mean, I was feeling okay. And I start laughing in the car, but I'm not used to being outside. This was an interesting experience. I'm not used to being outside high, so I thought it's like being inside high, but it's not, because people are looking at you and whatever, that will mess with you because you don't know what people are thinking. But we were in the car, but nevertheless, he was like I was like really being affected by it. And then I looked at myself in the mirror and I started to laugh because I thought that I looked like Dracula. I don't look like Dracula. I don't know why I thought that. But anyway, at some point he turns to me and he goes, "So you high?" And that really was not a great question, because I felt like he was probing me to make sure that I was high, but not in the sense of like, is it working? Like anybody would if they're trying to host you. I felt like I was being set up to get robbed. I convinced myself that I was being set up to get robbed. So we had a plan. And the thing is, he was desensitized. Like, he got high a lot more than me, so he wasn't experiencing it as intense. So he was probably just curious about what I was going through, but I didn't see it that way. So I convinced myself I was gonna get robbed. So we were supposed to stop by Domino's and pick up some food, and then he was gonna go park the car somewhere. Well, I didn't see him when I came out of the Domino's, and he was really just over there. He was close by, but I didn't see him. And I thought, okay, this is what's gonna happen. Like, ninjas were gonna come out of the corners and get me and take my pizza. So then, I jumped into a cab and I got home, and he was looking for me. And whatever. There's a better way to tell the story, because there's a lot of funny little details, but I'm tired now. Anyway, long story short, I would proceed to have experiences when I got high where I thought that something was amiss, and that little thing kind of, you have runaway thoughts. normally if you're just conscious, but if you're high, your runaway thoughts are really important. Like they will take you on a journey. And best way to do it, man, your closest friends when you're older, in a safe environment, watching a funny movie, don't go nowhere, you know, that's it. If you can't do it like that, you know, random people, you know, in college parties or after work with folks you just met, like, nah, none of that shit. Extended friends, friends of friends that just happen to be the hookup, nah, none of that. It just, I don't know, for me personally, it's like there's one way. And it's in the most familiar environment where you're more guaranteed to reminisce of old times, and you know, you have a shorthand with your buddies and you're already goofing off. I think that's it. And if it's not that, now I've got older friends who like get high casually and they do it while watching movies and stuff, but they've made it such a hobby that they're desensitized, so it's not a novel experience. And then more recently, one such friend hooked me up with another edible this time, and we had it, and I ended up going to the emergency room for no reason. Like, they were like, you're fine, your vitals are fine. But I swear that night I thought I was gonna die. Couldn't breathe. Like I was going through some shit. And he said, look, the strand that they gave me is to kind of like calms you down. I don't know what happened to you. So, you know, I'm someone who doesn't like prescription drugs. I don't want to get medicated like if I go to therapy. And while I don't mind having fun, it should be fun. And what I found is that my body's kind of sensitive. So now I'm just kind of like over it. The way I see it is I got my really one good high experience. And after that, it was all downhill. You know, so I don't regret it. I had a really good time. But I just was never able to recreate that. And so it wasn't worth it for me to follow up. I'd rather just stay sober and laugh, you know, and then just, I guess, remember. Being paranoid sucks. You know, being paranoid sucks. I was in the kitchen. I literally stayed up for hours doing like indigenous chant dancing and rain dancing just to summon my my ancestors to help me not lose my mind. I thought my shadow was God helping me out. Like there was a whole bunch of shit that was going through, man. I thought if I didn't keep it together, that I was gonna upset my oxygen intake and my heart rhythm. And yeah, man, I was really scared. And then I thought, because my wife shared the other half of the edible, so I thought she was gonna go through the same thing. She did not at all. She thought I was faking it. You know, she didn't feel anything. It's so weird. She's like, I thought it wasn't working, and me, I'm like, I thought any second now was gonna hit her, and when it does, what if she goes through what I'm going through? But my wife is, apparently she's a stone cold killer. You know, like nothing phases her. You know, so I was just like, okay, you know. And she's sitting with me next to the ambulance, wondering if I'm, because we paid a bill. The ambulance costs money. She's just looking at me like, I kind of hope you have something, you know. And that was nothing. We took a nice. They were really nice. The ambulance people and the people at the emergency room were very nice. But there was like stab victims there. There was a lot of people struggling with stuff, and I kind of wish I hadn't used up those resources, you know. But I mean, also, you know, I needed to, because I was really scared at the time. And that was the truth with anybody. I was like, I had an edible. I haven't had one in years. I was spilling the beans. My friend got it for me. I didn't say his name though. I was like, my friend. Yeah, I can't get high, man. So good. But it is different for everybody, and that's the most thing I did. I've had friends that have taken all sorts of other shit, cocaine, acid, you know, all sorts of weird shit. Hey, hello, churn it. Angel. I'll just call you Angel. Just call you Angel because it's easier. I don't speak that language, unfortunately.
Romeo Alpha Uniform. This is an independently controlled port, Commander. Please submit a request before landing.
Where's docking?
Position authorized. Adjust heading for approach to pad 0.
I need to pull in, I think, some purchases that I've made at other shops. This is my home base, by the way. This is where I started the game. They left me here after I finished the tutorial, and this is where I've been since. So, pad 8. Is pad 8 back there?
Maintain current rate of descent. Prep for arrival.
That's right. Man, I haven't been back in a minute. We can actually maybe do some missions.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
Have I been all good recently? I'm here every night. You know, days are like same old, pretty much. You know, for the most part, we're in the maternity leave portion of, you know, my wife's employment, and I'm just trying to be present, you know, and there to help out. There's a with a new person in the world. Something like keeping the laundry clean can feel like a mission impossible sometimes, or like keeping the floors clean, or making sure that like the air purifier is going on during the day, the humidifiers are going on at night, helping the kid get enough tummy time. You know, it's like the hours are just flying by, man. It's and it's nonstop with both, you know, like trying to maintain your normal routine with everything that you believe the kid deserves. It's a lot. All right, so we have 4 million in cartographics to bring in. That's pretty cool. There we go.
Incoming message.
3 systems sold. Promotion to Pathfinder, baby. I also got first to map an Allende and Yakshapus. I was the first to map those places for some bonuses. I got some bonuses, which is pretty cool. I also can let me see something. Pilots Federation. Yes, redeem all codex discoveries. This is for the scanning, I think, the biological signatures. But this isn't yet. And then, okay, a bounty for Black Widow, because I took down a pirate that tried to attack me at some point. Now we talk. I understand you. You don't understand me at all. It also coincides with the number of landings. Eternal Angel. Nice. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate the translation. Life isn't fair. Stuff happens. Yeah. No, life isn't fair. You have to, I feel like, oh, damn. Combat bond. Okay, here we go. I feel like what you're trying to do in life a lot of times is shore up your resources, build bridges. And sort of like in the off chance that something off happens, like a tragedy or a mishap or bad luck, that your life can kind of absorb it. So you want to be strong in mind and body, have good relationships around you, you know, make good headway on your dreams, things you care about, and just try to stay in a good centered space so that when something that's not helpful happens, you can kind of like you can rock with it, you know, you can absorb the blow and then let it glance off you. And then the rest of the time you're in maintenance mode to fix the damage and keep it moving and then reshore up. So everything like emotional health, fitness, savings, you know, all that stuff is just about putting yourself in a strong position. So that and then of course the bigger thing is then, you know, using that stability and surplus hopefully to get closer to your goals, your dreams. Whatever it is that you really care about that you feel like your life is going to benefit from. So it's important to have that because I feel like your calling, whatever that ends up being, is I'm agnostic, but for me, a calling is the biggest sign that there's something deeper going on, you know. So, all right, we're gonna let me see something. Let's disembark. Yeah, for me, I have a dream in my back pocket that I just keep with me. It's a nonprofit that is that promotes and produces independent film, primarily targeting uh, uh, student filmmakers and independent hobbyists, um, and helps them find funding and helps them. And it's not just films; it could be like, you know, proof of concept for video games, comic books, or whatever. Basically, a kind of a vehicle platform where people work together in order to get a project, a creative project, from the conception stage into the initial thing, whether it's the short film for film festival entry, or the comic line into Kickstarter, Patreon, or you know, it just helps people with potential actually get the mechanics underneath them so that they can be recognized uh, uh, executive artists with stuff out there that is seen, and then manage those jump off points and build networks around those jump off points so that hopefully when people do produce those works they have the best chance of recouping some funds because they built up a brand, because they have a way to market it, because they've figured out how to you know, get the money in a cycle and then give them an opportunity to actually launch into a solid career, you know, whether it's via entry into a union or something like that.
I've got a job for you if you feel like helping some people out.
Now I gotta okay, over here. So anyway, that work, and there's some other details involved, but generally speaking,
Did you collect any interesting biodata during your travels?
being at the heart of something like that
I'm
is
curious to see what you've brought us.
where I'm at. The teak system. Okay. All right. So for the samples I collected, I have 4 million. All right. Cool. Promotion to mostly directionless.
Thank you for your contribution to our research.
Promotion to novice. Tight. Novice in combat. Promotion to Pathfinder. Exploration record. Rank of Pathfinder. An ally of the Independent League. Cool. Mostly directionless in the field of exobiology. Cool. Gotta go now, man. Okay, cool, Star. All right, thanks for the chat, dude. It's been fun. Sleep well, man. Catch you in the next one.
The taste of Lavian random is the taste of tradition.
Right.
That's why those who know choose.
Whatever you're in the market, give me a shout if you have any questions. Okay, let's take a look.
Thank you, Star. And same to you, man. Same to you. Have a good night. Good night, dude. Good night, sir.
Always pays to keep a few of these on hand. You're going to give someone a really bad day with that thing. If they aren't packing it, taking down someone's shield can really even the odds. I can't tell you how many times a medkit saved my life. You'll never know when you need to top up your suit's power levels. That will give anyone with a shield a headache. You don't want to be anywhere near that when it goes off. Good choice. Sometimes you... Good luck out there.
All right, copy that. So we're at 12 mil, man. It's very good.
I'll be over here if you need any help. Okay, let's see if we... No rush.
Vulture. The Anaconda. I hear the Anaconda. Oh, the crate MK2 is here too, 45 mil. Alright. There's a couple of things I need to pick up. I need to find the ASP scout, but
When you're ready, enter Astro.
I gotta go to outfitting. 12 mil. We're in a good place. We're in a good place. I gotta outfit some of my other vehicles. Probably the the Diamondback maybe that I have, or the Keelback perhaps. But I won't be doing that now. I think maybe like next stream I'll pick some missions that coincide with a ship, and then I'll stop by. You know, I think maybe I'll strip down my Cobra and apply that to my Keelback or something like that. Oh, but I haven't found a place where that has a fighter bay, so I'll be looking for that. But I have the Keelback, the DBX Scout, and the Vulture that need to be upgraded and fitted. Right now, my Cobra's doing most of the work because it's the only one that is top-ended. And while I could just strip it down, I don't. Well, maybe I won't even do that. Maybe I'll just keep the ships and then do missions until they're ready, until they find the right place to get outfitted. There is one bookmarked system I have that I think gives me what I need for the other medium-sized ships. So I might go there and check that out. But yeah, it's nice. I got some upgraded stuff. I'm now mostly defenseless, mostly directionless. A merchant, a novice, and a pathfinder. I think the pathfinder is probably my strongest rank so far. That's cool. All right, tomorrow's another day. Elite Dangerous cast is over. Been at it for 3 hours. Finally made it back home. Got paid a little bit. You know. I know that I feel like it wasn't as efficient as it could have been, or maybe I could have made more in the hunting like taking advantage of all those points of interest. I wasn't sure what to do. Now I feel a little bit differently about it. You know, fill the ship up, sell that stuff. You know, we've taken advantage of a lot of stuff, but I think we're gonna make the best gains across the board by sticking to missions. We'll see. I guess. Tired as hell. To my lurkers and folks who have enjoyed some Elite Dangerous gameplay, know that we'll be back most days during the week, early morning, from about 3 to 6 or so, East Coast. And before that, we'll be playing Darktide, but Darktide might be switching out for some other titles in the near future. I am looking very closely at Helldivers 2, but if not Helldivers, it might be Souls games, it might be survival horror, Alan Wake 2, stuff like that. It might be Stellaris. I like Darktide a hell of a lot, but I'm at a point where I don't know if there's a lot more that I can currently do to learn from the game. So I might be putting out Let's Plays with some commentary on matches separate from my live stream, just to put them out on YouTube, and then focusing the space for some variety, you know, and then keeping Elite Dangerous in the back end. This is theoretical, but I'm looking at this as a kind of way to get around it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Inspection is concluded. Ben D. Burger out.